Yes, only 2 teams remain in one of the biggest club competitions in the world, the UEFA Champions League, which means we are 1 game away from knowing if Real Madrid can become the first team in Champions League history to repeat as the champions. I'm out of breath. Or if Juventus will win the competition for the first time since 1996 so that they can become the champions. But since the final isn't happening until June 3rd, which is what? Why are they waiting so long to play that game? I don't understand. So I'll have to go online and figure it out. It's because Juve doesn't finish their season until May 28th, while Madrid looks like they finished theirs on May 21st. So I think that gives the advantage to Madrid, but Juve has already wrapped up the league. Madrid's still fighting for theirs. And sometimes when you keep in your rhythm of playing games on a regular basis every few days, it's a nice rhythm to be in, whereas Madrid's gonna have to wait 2 weeks before they play this final, so maybe the advantage is Juve's. Anyway, what I was trying to say earlier is that we have plenty of time to preview this epic clash between 2 of Europe's most historic clubs. So now instead, let's revisit my predictions from the semifinals. But before we do that, let's recap how I've done with my predictions thus far. Of the 32 teams in the group stages, I correctly predicted 13 of the 16 to move on to the knockout rounds. That is not too shabby, Alonso. And then of those 16 in the knockout rounds, I correctly predicted that 6 out of the 8 would go on to the quarterfinals. It should have been 7 out of 8, so f off Arsenal. And then out of those 8, I correctly predicted that only 2 of those 4 would go to the semifinals, which frankly is unacceptable when you're a prediction god like I am. So let's see how I did in this first semifinal between Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Now before we watch the clip, I remember billing this as the emotional derby, and that the team that could control their emotion the best and use it to their advantage would go on to win this 2-legged affair. And Atleti was so close to making an improbable comeback after going down 3-0 after leg 1 to use the emotion of the big moment to score 2 early goals in leg 2, which made it 3-2 with 75 minutes left to go for the last ever game in Europe for the Vicente Calderón Stadium, which gave them and their supporters some hope. And isn't that what we want in our lives? Just a little bit of hope? But then Karim Benzema worked some absolute magic against 3 excellent defenders, though if I'm being honest with myself, I don't know if I can call them excellent defenders anymore after that poor display of collective team defending. Guys, listen, one person pressures the ball and tries to force it to one area and the other guy supports, so if you get beat, he can make the tackle. And he didn't do it, it was basic shit. And that led to Isco scoring the all-important road goal and it was done. Madrid won 4-2, so let's see what I predicted. So my prediction, as much as I feel like it's Atleti's time to beat Madrid in Europe, especially after the disappointment of the last few seasons, every time I count out Madrid and say, oh no, history's against them, there's no way they can do it, they prove me wrong. Every time. So f it, I'm going with Madrid and I think they're gonna win 3-2 over 2 legs. Oh, look at that. I too controlled my emotion by not selecting my first ever career mode team that has a very special place in my heart by using my head to not only pick the correct team, but to almost nail the exact score. Next game. And up next, it's Monaco versus Juventus. Okay, for me, this was an easy one because Juventus had only given up 2 goals and none in the run of play through 10 Champions League games. So it didn't really matter to me how much Monaco had scored up to this point or how impressive they've been or if they have the best young player in the world on their team in Kylian Mbappe, because a lot of these games come down to experience and Juve has a lot more of it than Monaco does. So let's see what I said. So my prediction is, even though I have a soft spot for Monaco this season and the resurgence of Falcao and the play of his very talented younger teammates, and I hope at the very least that they win the French league, I just think that Juve made the most of selling Paul Pogba to strengthen their side to win this exact competition with the signings of very experienced players like Pjanic and Higuain and Dani Alves, and I think that experience is going to be too much for the youthful exuberance of Monaco, and Juve's going to go through 4-2. Oh yeah, easy peasy, thank you very much, stamp that shit, even though I am a little disappointed that I spotted Monaco 2 goals. I should have known better. However, I'm not disappointed that I got both of my picks correct because I know all. The prediction god is back, baby! And I cannot wait to predict a winner for the final next week, so be on the lookout for that video. And also, I cannot wait for May 14th to happen this Sunday. It is all going down. So if you want to have a chance to win one of these 3 shirts, but most likely this one, before they're even available for purchase, then you have to follow @Warmballers on Facebook or Twitter and respond to the video that I'm posting there. But if you want to increase your odds of winning, then you should follow and respond on both. That is a pro tip, and that pro tip is free, just like one of these shirts if you follow Warmballers on Facebook and Twitter and respond to the video. And all right, I'm done talking. Warmballers for life. Later.